Hampshire folks. That's my chairman. I mean, my campaign manager. So I just wanted to tell you, I kind of went over at the beginning what I think are the priorities that you guys need to know about. State reps are paid $100, 80% of the rich are retired, and we're the only state that does it that way. Okay, that's really important. So that's the part, when I learned that, that's when I was like, oh wait, this isn't the normal thing to do, you know what I mean? Other states like Maine, they have very different people running their state, much younger people, because they pay the reps. If you move to Southburg, you could get paid $60,000 a year to be a state rep. Okay, in New Hampshire, again, it is $100. Okay, every other state pays, and that's really, really important for people to know. So what are we going to do? This is what we're going to do. September 10th is when the primary is for the Democrats for governor. I'm running as a Democrat. It's a two-party system. I picked one. I'm a Democrat. I've been registered as a Democrat since 2016. Now, this is what's really important to understand. Because the presidential election, the presidential primary is in January, and we vote for the governor separately in September, nobody shows up. No one shows up. 140,000 people voted in the last Democratic primary. That is not a lot of people. Okay, so if you do the math, I need 50,000 plus one votes. That is not a lot of people. Okay? And if you're not a registered Democrat, you can still vote in the Democratic primary. So we are trying to exploit a little loophole, okay, in the rules and in the way that New Hampshire does things so that I can win. This is not some pie-in-the-sky crazy plan. This is totally doable, but it requires you to show up for 1 or 2 hours, September 10th, and also tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell everybody, okay? We can't do this, me and Amanda can't do this alone. We need all of you showing up. Get on social media, text your mom, text your grandma, people that you know, vote. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really about Democrats versus Republicans, conservatives versus liberals or whatever. This is about younger and working class and middle class people getting together and saying, we have had enough of rule by the elderly, okay, and rule by the rich. That is what we have in New Hampshire. It's not democracy, okay? That is called gerontocracy, rule by the elderly, or plutocracy, rule by the rich. I'm done with that. I don't know about the rest of you, but I want a house that I can afford. I want to smoke weed legally in my state. I want to have an education system that is funded as it should be. None of these things are happening because of the elderly and the rich people that run our state, okay? I think you guys get it? Yeah, you guys get it. Okay.
But if you're governor, what are you going to do?
Okay, good question. That's a really good question. So this is what's going to be tricky because there has been bills before to pay the legislature. But guess why they don't vote for it? Can anyone tell me why the reps wouldn't vote to pay themselves?
Because they're already rich.
Because then they have competition at the ballot box. Other people like you could probably afford to run if it was $500 a week pay, right? Or anyone here could probably afford to do it. But they don't want to have competition because they like their little club in which it's just elderly people and rich people, and that's how they like it. And they pretend that it's the New Hampshire way. That's what they'll tell you. That's a tradition. But frankly, it's BS. It's a lie, and we need to tell people that. People need to wake up to the fact that this is not democracy. Your history teacher lied to you, okay? And they're going to continue to lie. We can change the textbooks, or we can stand up and fight for ourselves. I'm not leaving New Hampshire anytime soon. I hope none of you are getting priced out or pushed out. Let's do this. We can do this together, okay? We got a band coming up. It's called Backyard Aquarium. I've been told this is their first gig, but I'm feeling pretty confident that these guys are gonna rock it. You guys ready? Let's hear from Backyard Aquarium. Hey, thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks again for Auspicious. I hope you enjoyed your Kim Boots and Tip Phone.